guys, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I am attempting to cash budget my way out of debt and hopefully try and change some of my financial behaviours because they have not been great. And I'm going to try and use this lot to help me do it. That worked. That's wonderful. This is all of my savings challenges that I currently own. Now, I'm going to have to break this into like multiple parts, I think, this video. So don't worry, I say this isn't going to run to a long one. It's not as long as it could be, guys, because, oh my goodness, if I were to go through all of these, I think my subscriber count would rapidly decrease because, no. Now, however, what I am here to do is to try and sort out these and these, make this useful, and start working on these. Now, if you've seen my Happy Mail video, you will have seen me say that, and I'm standing by this, that I am in need of savings challenges which make me feel like I can achieve them. If I were to say savings challenges that were achievable, that wouldn't be accurate at all, because actually I think they are. But right now, I don't feel like I can successfully achieve a large amount of savings challenges, like the really high numbers, you know, the multiple envelope challenges, the things that like the 1k, 5k, 3k, 5.5k, whatever it is. Like, I'm just not there yet, and I'm okay. Like, I can admit that, and I hope that that is a muscle that I'm going to be able to flex in time and get working. Now, at the minute, I'm looking through this for something specific, so don't mind me while I shuffle through. These shouldn't even be on there because they're not a savings challenge. But I think that the way I can kind of get going and really start successfully and properly is to use my spare change, use my coins, the things that are there in my day-to-day life that normally just get chucked in a pot and then spent or broken down or lost somewhere along the line. And, you know, that's all very well and good, but actually in November I actually took the opportunity with like my 20p's, for example, and you wouldn't have seen me do this because I was so busy, to basically go to the till at work and get them changed up. And I had something like £12.75, which on the surface, you know, I wouldn't have said, looking at my little jar of like 20p's and 50p's and 10p's, all my silver essentially, that's how much I had, but I did. Now, that kind of started to make my brain spin in a good way, not in a brain overload way. Okay, I can't find the thing I want. That's fun. Not in a like brain overload way, but in a hang on, this changes things, because I like the whole passiveness, and I'm probably not saying this very well. I like the passiveness that comes with letting my 50p's and my 20's and my small numbers grow. I really, really, really do. Now, that for me means that, found you, all of a sudden things, I can get to, you know, a completed savings challenge, or I can get to a goal potentially quicker, rather than trying to sit there and work out in my budget or round up at the end of the week and go, you know, have I got enough? So what we're going to do today is we are going to kickstart these 4 savings challenges. Now, this one is going to go towards self-care. It's smaller amounts. It's the £1, £2. There's nothing higher than £5 here. And self-care is going to go towards things like a chiropractor appointment for myself, or a book that is potentially useful or informative. It's not going to go towards things that are... Vapid self-care sounds awful, but because if people actually do find it useful, but I know that there's been a huge kind of industry marketing build-up around everything being self-care, and actually that's not the case at all. However, I know that for me to go to a chiropractor, I find it incredibly helpful and healthy, that it's £40 a time, and it's something that I've not done in nearly a year because I've never felt like I've been able to justify it, or I've never felt like I've been able to afford to do it. So that's what because I can't speak, that's what my smaller savings challenges are going to go towards very passively. And those are going to be nothing greater than a £50 savings challenge. They're mostly going to be the freebies that come with a lot of the Happy Mail that I've bought. And that's what the £1 and £2 coins are going to go towards. So we're going to start with the mini savings challenge, and this is by Simple Budgets. This came in a mystery bundle from her, and it is unlaminated, so once this is done, it's done. And the pound coins for those are going to go in, and bear with me 1 minute guys, because I have just got to grab it. All of my pound coins are going to go into here, and all of my £2 are going to go into here, and you've seen this already. What I'm not going to do is just like empty this out when I complete this savings challenge. I'm going to let this fill up, and as and when I need to book a chiropractic appointment, or as and when I need to get something that might help my skin or something like that, something that's a little bit more specialist, or a little bit more, no, exclusive is the wrong word as well, something's a little bit more specialist and formulated, I will take it from here, and obviously we will then restart again. So we're going to start with this one first, because I have a single solitary £1 coin, which is wonderful. So we are going to colour these in. We're going to come to my Sharpie set, which I've not used yet, and this will really be the test in terms of are these any good or not, if they even work on the first go. Yeah, that's excellent. So we're starting off with £1. So because this challenge is 30, in the case of my chiropractor, for example, I know that completing this challenge is not going to fully fund me going to the chiropractor, but it's something that I want to try and make a real concerted effort towards next year. And I don't know where this video is going to fall in terms of Budgetmas, whether this is going to come after my goals and savings goals and binder setup and things or not. But this is all of the change that I've accumulated from November since I actually cashed in my 20p's and 50p's, and this is all regrown again. So we have that there. And now what I will either do is, I'm thinking that this might be a monthly video going forward. This may not be a weekly video, because I may need to actually roll some of that change forward into the next week, for example, depending on what my numbers are looking at. So for now, this is going to be a monthly, at the start of the month video, going, covering the change from the previous month. We come now to the 50p challenge, and at the minute, the 50p, the penny a day, the 100-day and the 20p challenge, they don't yet have a designated pot to go to, which is why they are just going to stay. The 50p's and the 20p's are going to live in my jar there. Depending on how quickly they grow, if I end up getting 50p's quicker than 20s, for example, I may go and get another one of these and see where we are at. But that is where I'm a little bit, I don't know yet. Well, no, I have a rough formed idea about what I'm going to do. It's just not yet concrete, so I'm not going to say too much about it at the time of filming now, because I don't know how quickly these are going to accumulate, basically. This may be like a real slow burner, and I don't want to put it onto a challenge which needs something like my mini emergency fund that I need to fill quite quickly. I know that realistically there's no point me saying, oh, my 50p's are going to go towards it, because that may happen sooner or later. So we will see, basically. So that's going to sit in there. And then we have my 20p's. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60. Okay, so I am going to just, whatever I have 20p wise, that is what I'm going to colour in. I'm not going to do what I'm going to do with the penny a day challenge, which is go through in a second. You know, if I have 20p and that's all I have, we'll tick off the 20p. And if I can't complete it, I'll save and accumulate for the next week. But we're going to pop these in here as well. Sorry guys, I know that's a little bit loud for some of you. And then the lid is going on that one there. So the total saved on this one is £99.20, which is pretty amazing actually when you see, you know, just what that can do and how that can build up. But it's only going to be with 20p's only. There's going to be no other denominations coming into play here. Same for the 50p. 50p is going to be that only. And actually, do you know what? Let's just... I've got Sharpies. We can colour in the whole lot. There we go. So they can sit over there. I'm someone that needs instant wins, and because that gives me dopamine, and my there goes that train in the evening again. My brain is that train, for those who are interested, is the 7:30 train. I'm not going to tell you to where because it will give away my geographic area, and I'm kind of keen to avoid that happening. But that is the 7:30 train for those train aficionados. Now, this one's going to be loud, so let's just tip this out right now. I'm actually kind of glad the cat's not here for this. He doesn't like these sounds, because otherwise this would be really difficult to organise on the desk. But bear with. Okay, sorry for those of you that are wearing headphones. So I've completely lost my train of thought. If it comes back, you know, I'll find it. So the 100-day penny challenge, I'm not going to do a penny a day. I'm going to let it build up and then fill it in. This saves £50.50. And again, I don't know how quickly I'm going to achieve this, but this is going to be the 1p's, 2p's, 5s and 10s. So hang on. So if you've seen me do this before when I was trying to do the 365-day challenge, you'll know that I like to start with the denominations, i.e. all of my 10s, all of my 5s, and then work from there. I don't know why. I think it's just a brain thing. It kind of throws me if I see something that's not what I think it should be. So at the minute we have 40p in 10 pences. And they have 10, 20, 30, 40p as well. So do you know what? I'm just going to go through and immediately do 80p. And we'll just colour this one off. And same again, like, I don't know how quickly I'm going to achieve this. Thankfully it is laminated, so if I do get it done, then that's fantastic. However, because of the mix of denominations, I think what I'm going to have to do is wait until I can fill a banking coin bag. So like £1 in each of the brown coins, I think, and then I think it's £5 in 10s and 5s, before I can actually start to view this as usable cash, basically. I'm going to have to pop this in the jar, so this is going to get loud for just a second. There we go. And that is, I would say, the only downside, like, with the penny challenges. Like, it's going to give me, that's it, dopamine. You know, working on these challenges, if I can start to complete them really quickly, it's going to build that momentum, particularly with, if I kind of, you know, work up to the larger ones that I have yet to attempt, but certainly do own. The only difference is I can't really view these as challenges which are going to give me ready usable cash. The £1 and the £2 one might be slightly different, but certainly not the coppers, because if you were to take a bag like this to a shop, unless you had a very, very understanding cashier, they're probably just going to look at you and be like, no. As someone who's worked in retail, I'd be like, can you go to a bank please and change that up, because I do not get paid enough to sit here and count your spare change. So yeah, that I would say is just one thing I do have to remember and bear in mind. I'm just going to currently go through and put these in piles of 10 pence each, and then I can see where I am at with these. But yeah, as someone who's always kind of had pennies and loose change floating around, you know, it is high time that like I start to do something with these. I'm just not yet at the stage where I can savings budget notes effectively. It's something that I'm going to try and work on, especially now that my budget overall going forward is going to be hopefully a lot easier to manage, because it was interesting. I was saying to a friend of mine, and you know, not all friends you can have open conversations with money about, but actually she and I are able to. I was saying to a friend of mine, if you told me, or if you'd asked me before I'd started paying attention to my budgeting what I would prefer income wise, I would have said prior to this, just having money in constantly, because it's so much easier for me to manage. And that was definitely spoken with the attitude of someone who couldn't manage their money from payday to payday. Not that I can really at all very well now, but certainly far better than I was, and felt like a constant stream of income and a constant stream of money would help me fix problems that were of my own making, if that makes sense. Whereas actually, having done that for 3 months, that's 3 months far too long actually, and the relief of just having all my money coming in, and literally I can have money come in and then pay my bills the next day, and not need to worry about what is coming from where. Like, that is a peace of mind which I felt a weight shift when I ran the very, very first set of numbers, which you haven't yet seen because I've not finalised those numbers. When I ran those first sets of numbers and realised what it would mean when I was applying for jobs and stuff, because when I was applying for jobs, I was looking at what the declared salary was, and then I was looking at realistically what my take home would be, before I'd even applied, and there were plenty that I discounted even applying for, because it wouldn't have put me in any better situation. In fact, it would have been more on my time, because I'd still need to find the extra money. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50p, and so we have £1. So we can cross this one off. So yeah, the relief that feels to then know that like extra money is there, and I can actually start to put into my weekly budget, you know, money for savings and things and savings challenges, and really start to focus on that down. It's just felt lovely. Really, it really has felt lovely actually. So I'm incredibly excited. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 8p there. And what I'll probably do as well, just for my own nice little kind of colourful creative brain, I'll probably put a different colour in each time, so I can actually get that going. This is all going to go in the pot again, guys. So for those of you that are wearing headphones, I do apologise, and those of you that have sensitivity to certain sounds, I apologise. There's going to be 2 kind of noises. Okay, cat, it's fine. The cat doesn't like it either. I'm not quite sure why. Let's just get that done. And again, there we go. And then finally we come to the pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 62. Okay. Okay. So what I am just going to very quickly do is just do November. Because I'm really intrigued actually to see month on month how this grows. And that's more of a brain thing than anything else. It's for no specific purpose. But yeah, I'd say that's not a bad start. certainly it brings a little realism into how much money you think is in the jar versus how much money there actually is. But yeah, I just wanted to do that as a very quick video as part of Budgetmas today. And I also wanted to just finish off this video by saying a special thank you to Budget with Jazz, who has selected me as part of her random act of kindness, and she reached out to me a couple of days ago on Instagram asking if I would consent to be part of her random act of kindness, and I have. And thanks to her, she has given me a coffee voucher so that I can go for coffee one week as part of her random act of kindness. So thank you so much. She is one of the kindest, nicest human beings that I've ever kind of come across. Considering we've never met or interacted before across the digital space, and her channel and her content is wonderful, and I'm sure a lot of you would find it really, really useful. So I'm going to link her down below and link her channel down below, and I know if you can, please like head on over there and show her support and show her growth, because for someone to do that is lovely. So I want to say thank you to Budget with Jazz. And thank you to you, all of my wonderful, lovely subscribers who are continuing to grow the channel and come with me and love the cat as much as I do. Sorry, there are no cat appearances in this video, but I hope that you are enjoying Budgetmas. At the minute, I am probably trying to film 2 videos a day if I can manage it, just so I've got a small build up ahead for you guys, so that if I do run behind at work, it's not going to be a problem one day. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, the savings challenges have been officially started, albeit on a micro scale. They have now started on this channel, and we are going to head into 2023 continuing what we have begun here. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.